Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. Woo! Come on in here, yo. I know, man. I can't even believe. Woo, man, I got to get it together, yo. I got to get it back together, man. What a day, what a day. What a day. Man, it was a crazy day, y'all. It was a crazy day. Just like Candy. So I didn't even have time. I didn't even have time to wind down to it. Woo! Just like Candy Latua. Una. Stingray. What's up, Jay Waters? Dawn Casaza. Woo! Everything but the kitchen sink came through. What's up, Kara Stone? Y'all come on in. Moretta. Facts 100. Yes, yes, yes. Man, I forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to forgive me, man. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old, man. What's up, Lori? What's up, Elizabeth G? Guys, I'm getting old, man. Or I just have too many things on my mind. Good gracious. Too many things, too many things, too many things. And it's, whew. But we gonna get it in. We starting a little late. But we still gonna get it in. We still gonna get it in. What's going on, everybody? Andrea Davis. What's up, Lori? Honeybee Lee. The land dude. What's happening? Everybody hit the like button. Let the people know we here. Yes, we are here. Yes, we doing what we do. Yes, we are. Listen, y'all, let's go. I'm gonna grab y'all by the bootstraps this evening. What's up, Speedy Rider? Facts 100. Y'all, come on in. What's up, Frank? It's time to do it. It's time to do what we do. It is time, y'all. It's time. Come on. You tonight. What's up, Melissa? Sorry about being so late, guys. Man, oh man. Let me tell y'all what happened. What had happened. I was just so crazy busy today. So crazy busy, man. Whoa, what's up, Elisa? Excuse me. Guys, today, so I think when I did the radio show this AM, and for some reason in my mind, I've been extra on lately. I've been just a little extra on social media anyway, and I was on TikTok earlier, and for some reason I'm thinking, all right, I wasn't even thinking about the show tonight. I don't know what is going on with me. You know, what's up, Tehran? Hey, what's up, Eva? Peace and blessings. There you go. Thank you. My main man, Will. What's happening, Will? What do you do? Man, look, check out the title. And just buckle up. Check out the title, just buckle up, man. Whew, man. So today, this is a quick title based on my experience. Guys, I started out right here, but I did start a TikTok channel, right? And, I was doing my thing over there for a minute. I haven't really been on it for the last 2 years. I might do like one video per year, something like that, right? But I just slowed down. I slowed down and stopped it because I was more focused on YouTube. So that's, no big thing. And it was a cool space, though. It was a cool space. However, it has changed. It has changed a lot. And I hope they make some changes to fix some situations over there, because it gives control to anybody. Anybody scrolling on TikTok, they can go scroll on your channel and see that it's you if you're doing a live, and they can just complain, make a complaint. And TikTok, I think, has like moderators watching everything, and they literally would just shut your channel down that day. It's crazy. If you're on a panel on there, people can just, and I mean, these are people who are not identifying themselves. They just doing what they do, you know, and what they do is, I mean, it's treacherous. It's hideous over there, man. I can't. I went into the space just listening to some different rooms, and I mean the rooms, and I'm not just saying there because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Hence, which brings us to the title for this evening: Go Back to Hell, Jezebel. If you're walking around in this space on this planet, you see Jezebel. Jezebel has made itself known and has made it clear that Jezebel is, whoo, man, the worst of the worst. It doesn't, I don't know. Now, if you guys know of another spirit that's worse than Jezebel, say it in the chat. Say it in the chat. Because Jezebel is, man. And what I'm speaking directly of is, I was in a chat. I was in a few rooms this week. And when you go into those rooms and you get on a panel, because it's easy to they have the spaces up there, and you can just get on and you go on to it. And the first thing that you have to check at the door is your self-respect. The first thing that you have to check is your self-respect. And I'm just saying, you scrolling down and see what they got going on, see what they're talking about in different chats. You go into the room, and the first thing you must do is you have to say, okay, I'm going to go in here and talk, and I'm not even going to worry about any self-respect, because you're not just going to get any. That is not how these rooms are set up. At least some of them, not all, but a lot of them are people just with the control button. They can ask a question, and you go into the chat, and you go into the chat answering the question. You giving your opinion, and while you explain your opinion, they feel no obligation to listen to what you're saying, nor do they feel any obligation to let you explain where you're coming from. They can mute your microphone when you're speaking, and then say anything disrespectful to you. And I promise you they did. Oh my goodness. Any and everything disrespectful to you that they please. And woo, ladies. Good God. Now, there were a few rooms. I was on a room today, and the women on the panel were very, very respectful, self-respecting. It's a delight to be able to go in a space and speak with people that you don't know personally. However, you're speaking with people, and these people, you share something in common, and that's just that respect. You're giving each other a general respect. You respect them, they respect you. You listen to what they're saying, they listen to you, and you can have a dialogue. Man, that is one of the best feelings in the world when you can just have a conversation, a dialogue, and you guys kind of just, talk about some of the differences that you have. Because right now, guys, we all know the hottest topic out here is the dating scene. Not just the dating scene, but just relationships, period. You know what I'm saying? Whew, no, that's right, Elizabeth G. No rules at all. And if you're a moderator on some channels, they will let people, they will cuss you out, kick you off, cuss you, won't let you, you won't be giving your answer. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the Jezebel spirit. I was on one TikTok channel on a panel, and they were talking about the situation with those high school kids. One of them stabbed the other kid, and what's going on. And I mean, in this chat, celebrating. And I get it. I understand the situation where we usually see, black men get unalived and nothing gets done about it. And this time it was a white kid that got unalived. And these people were, not only were they celebrating, and these are women, not just celebrating, but if you're not saying exactly what they were saying, this female told me, man, you can get your ass out of here. Kick me off. You getting out of here with that crap you talking about. And I just simply said, like, man, you know what? I could never see myself celebrating my son going to school, stabbing somebody, and that child is no longer alive. I don't care what race that person is. I'm not celebrating that. And if that's what you choose to do, that's what you got to live with, not me. I'm not celebrating something like that for anybody. That's not something I'm gonna celebrate. Her and the others. I felt like somebody picked me up and threw me through some glass window. It was crazy. But I'm saying all that to say, guys, these people, whoo, man, guys, these people, they're not human. We're not all the same, y'all. Yeah, we keep walking around here because people look like us and they have 2 eyes and 2 ears and a mouth, 2 arms, legs, whatever. And we have this thought that, no, we're the same. We're all the same. No, we're not. No, we're not. I chose Jezebel today because, man, oh, man. That's what we talked about on the radio show this AM. And the host of the show, she brings me on we do it every other Wednesday. And, it's just a delight. She kind of challenges. She speaks from her perspective. I speak from mine. She's a female, so she speaks from the female perspective, even though she understands what's going on out here. I speak from the male perspective. And, we talk about the relationship things. So, that's right, Honeybee Lee. They are not like us. So, we were talking about different things that happen and why things are the way they are now. See, ladies and gentlemen, but mainly ladies tonight, you guys trying to date in this market out here right now, what y'all don't understand is Jezebel has almost made it impossible for the masses of you to be in a relationship again, to be in a healthy one, to be with the kind of guy you want to be with. Jezebel has made it nearly impossible. Jezebel has made marriage. Better get out of here with that. Better get out of here with that. It has turned so many men. And guys, don't for one second don't think that men don't want marriage. Absolutely. But not this mess over here that's going on. No, indeed. Jezebel has, man, Jezebel has really stole the show. Jezebel has come in, manipulated, told everybody, no, we are together. Told the women, we together no matter what. And if you don't back Jezebel as a woman, she gonna call you a pick me. They say some crazy names to other women that don't agree with the craziness, that don't believe in the destructive behavior, that don't believe that, men have a place and women have a place. If you're not speaking from a position of power, if you're not speaking from a masculine position, Jezebel is going to chew you up. And that's how Jezebel comes. Jezebel walks in the room and says something wrong with everybody. And Jezebel, good gracious, is the worst of them all. Comes in the room strictly to manipulate. First thing that, and if any man that has something to say, anything to say, oh, who hurt you? Oh, who did you that way? Come on, you a big boy now. Excuses for the ill, crazy behavior. Nothing, and you cannot challenge it on either side. You cannot challenge the behavior, male or female, man or woman. You cannot challenge Jezebel, because if you do, Jezebel has something to say that is wrong with you. And when you don't separate the women from the females, oh, my fault. When you don't separate the women from the females, and see, that's why a lot of Jezebels, they hate that word. Don't call us females, call us women, because it keeps the uniformity. It keeps it uniform. They don't want the separation. Oh, no, there won't be separation with us. It's just like the men and the males. Yeah. Oh, you was on that China. Man, Joe. I was like, whoa. She was like, what? And guys, the thing is you try, usually when you're on social media, you're trying to have a real dialogue with people. You're trying to have that. You're trying to have a real dialogue. And if you're gonna go in there lying, then it's like, why are you even here? And you got people that do that. Just go in there and say something. It's this, is that. It ain't this. And what got me started was the other night. So I started taking this supplement, kind of give you a boost to work out and stuff like that. It was this tea, and it had so much caffeine in it. That thing had me up until 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the a.m. And I just clicked on to TikTok. So I'm looking at TikTok videos, and I jump in there, and I'm on these panels, and good God. However, anyway, but guys, when you walk into a room, or you go into a room, you're on social media, and I'm saying these people, and it wasn't China, it wasn't just that room. When you walk into a space and you feel the energy, and that's what I'm getting at is when we're in here, it's a totally different energy. It's a totally different energy. When you're in there, different people are going to give you different energy. And that's life. That's life. Different people, different situations, they're going to give you different kinds of energy, you know. And like I said, man, you know, I sat there. I sat there and wow. I told one lady, I was like, listen, man, I ain't gonna do disrespect back and forth with you. I don't do that. And she said, man, ain't nobody thinking about what you talking about. Man, get him out. Somebody kick him out of here. I was like, whoa. Don't man, it's crucial. These daggone, listen, these social media streets, y'all. I'm saying that to again to say, I see it. I see it. Yeah. It's definitely real, man. It is real. It's real crazy. It's real crazy. So it's like, okay, so now, you know, we justifying unaliving people, no matter who it is, right? If it ain't right for that person, it ain't right for me. You know, it's one thing if we got a case, if that case shows that, you know, yeah, man, this person's defending his life. They didn't tell you the whole story. This guy was defending. I'm saying, man, you had a high school track meet. You at a high school track meet and somebody gets stabbed until they not living no more. I'm just saying, man, I don't want my child around nothing like that. Yeah, Carmelo. I don't want my child going in a place like that. So, again, man, I don't want a child in that situation, period. I don't want to see a child in that situation, period, no matter what. You know, I'm like, I don't, because when I'm looking at it like, man, what if that was my child? And I'm saying, what if that was my child unaliving another child? Look at the trauma that's being done to that child at 17 years old. He has to live the rest of his life, right? The rest of his life knowing he unalived somebody. That's going to have it's going to be a dramatic effect on his life for the rest of his life. Because that story is going to follow him for the rest of his life. That's what he's going to be known for. Man, and I mean, you talking about people. Well, let me say this. How do people get to a place where they celebrate people that are no longer alive? Something wrong with you when you think on that, when you celebrate. I'm going to celebrate. I understand if you don't feel no type of way about it. Like, I ain't feeling sorry for him. But to celebrate this, that's a problem. To me, that's a problem. That's a problem to me. That's a problem to me, man. That's a problem to me. And I'm not celebrating anybody losing their life. My enemy losing their life. I'm not here to celebrate that. I'm not. And I'm not, because I know I understand the karma that comes with celebrating somebody not living no more. I understand who coming to see you that celebrate stuff like that. You know, that's all. I mean, you know, they going, come on, we all listen. I'm only saying that part right there, to me, that shows something wrong with people, man. And ladies, honestly, I never thought that I would be up against something like that. I mean, we weren't taught as children. I was taught women were just all good. Guys, I was taught women were all good. I was taught that if a relationship ended and it was bad, I was taught growing up, because I always heard women say, well, you know, men cheat, and that's how the family gets broken up. You know, the man always got children over here and children over there and this and that. And that. That's the atmosphere that I grew up in, and most men, I think, being told that it's always the father that's the one that's rolling out and doing this and that. And we're in a new generation where that's not the case. We're in a new generation now where, you know, the woman is checking out. The woman is checking out, and it's not because, oh, she's getting beat up, physically abused, and, you know, threatened, and lives this horrific life with this person. No, just, hey, you know what? I just wasn't feeling it no more. I wasn't happy no more. I wasn't celebrating in that no more. Jezebel is saying, I will promise to stay in this, will vow to stay in this through thick and thin, for better or for worse, in sickness and health, to death do us part. And then say, hold up, but I didn't say if I didn't feel it no more. It didn't say if I ain't feeling this no more though. Right? In sickness and in health, for better or for worse, to death do us part. But I ain't feeling it today. This is boring. It's boring, and I ain't. And destroy a family. Destroy a family. And the way what Jezebel has done, Jezebel comes to the rescue to say, oh, no. If you're not happy, then you need to just roll out. You need to tear that family unit apart and go do you and be happy. You need to get back out there. That's what Jezebel says. That's what Jezebel says. You need to get back out there and try your hand and see. There's plenty of stuff out there for you. That's what the devil told, man. This story is connected in so many different ways. It's so connected in so many different ways. And guys, I know that, I know that you ladies have seen and dealt with men that have done the same thing, that have destroyed a home for nothing. I already know. I get it. It's no different. It's no different. But the thing that I'm looking at also is, the more I'm finding the men that speak about it, and what the men that speak about it have in common is, man, the same story. It's tragic. And I mean tragedy from being stepfathers all the way over to being the husband, you name it. Stories ending in tragedy. You put everything you have into this relationship, and it doesn't work out. And we talking about just for like average guys, right? Just for an average guy. Average guy goes out, and he got a job, and he might make about $50K a year. I think that's about the average for men. And his salary is what it is. But hey, at some point his wife meets something that she feels she want to pursue, and ready to destroy everything they have. He has to start all over again. Same way some of y'all have to start all over again. I get it. Tonight we talking about the men. What we have to go through, what we endure. And I want to talk to y'all about it because I want y'all to have a better understanding, because sometimes, honestly, women don't see it the same way, probably because as men, we don't see it the same way. We don't. We looking at y'all like it's y'all, it's you. We do. The same way y'all look at us like it's y'all. No, it's not us, it's y'all. So it's that back and forth, right? So now I can give y'all the male perspective. I cannot give you the female perspective. That's China and uh uh good gracious. Come on, spit it out, champ. That's the Friday show. Oh my gosh. Uh come on, I don't Jek. Oh my gosh, come on. I don't forgot my girl name. That's terrible. Y'all see how bad my memory is sometimes? I told you I'm getting old, man. I told you I'm getting old. Hold on, let me look up her name on the phone number. Let's see. Good gracious, come on, man. Get it together, champ. Get it together. Oh my gosh, come on, come on. Keisha, good gracious. Keisha, I couldn't spit it out. I couldn't spit it out, Keisha. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't spit it out. Whew. There we go. Keisha and China gonna give y'all the female side on Friday. Tonight I'm gonna give y'all the male side. The male side. You know, we don't trust relationships anymore. Real talk. We don't trust. Keisha live right now on what you on TikTok? What? I ain't know that. I had to join her live later. Oh man. So we talk about the back and forth, right? We do. We talk about the back and forth, and but do we really listen to one another for understanding? Do we really listen to each other to get it? Do we really want to get that from each other? I think we're going to go into that deeper on Friday, since the lady's not here. China here, but I want to have both perspectives. Because honestly, guys, I think, well, I don't know. I'm going to just say I don't know, because just being real to me, the Jezebel has done so much damage. And the reason that it's so big to me is because Jezebel has deleted trust. Jezebel has deleted trust. And when you don't have trust, anybody in the chat, do you guys know any kind of relationship that you can have with somebody you don't trust? Because I don't. I do not know what kind of relationship I could have with somebody if I don't trust you or you don't trust me. If there's no trust, I don't know what kind of relationship you could have. I don't know what that's all about. I truly do not. I truly do not. Once you lose the trust, guys, that's where the relationships have gone. That's where marriage has gone. It has left the building. It has left the building. People, most men that have gone through that, do you know that most men, if not all, watch and see what happened? We all have friends that have gone through divorce. Most of us that have gotten married have gone through divorce at least once. Isn't that crazy? 1 out of every 2 men has been divorced. Good gracious. That's a high number. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very high number. When you could say, look at 2 men and say one of them was divorced, if not both of them, but one of them definitely. If you see 10 men, 5 of them, at least 5 of them were divorced at least once. And at least 2 to 3 of them have been divorced twice. And when you look at what happens at divorce, for the most part, A woman walks away with children, with the children, the home, half the money. That's just what it is. Now, that's not every case. That's not every case. But I'm saying a man at my age, I'm 56, to see men that are my age with jobs still recovering from their divorce, still have not completely recovered. 10 years, 15 to 20 years later, still sleeping in somebody's basement, sleeping on somebody's couch. Yes, I know men that are still going through that now. And I'm saying, don't get me wrong, there are things that women go through as well. I'm not saying that women just got it made. That's not what this is about. Okay. I want to give you a realistic look at it because these are the same men that are back on the dating market. So sometimes when you dating a man and he doesn't have his own place, he doesn't have his own car. Not all, some of them, their ex-wife walked out with all of it or with half of it. Some still paying alimony, child support. Families have been snatched. Lots of times as men, we stay in relationships whether they're good or bad most of the time. And I'm saying men, ladies, I'm not talking about males, okay? Because this is whatever for them. Males, I'm not talking about them. Anything goes with them. If you were married to a male that wasn't a man, I'm just gonna give my apologies to you, because man, we don't condone that over here in the men's section either, because they trifling. The males, they trifling. They are trifling, and I get it. They will go out there, create a family, and then leave you hanging, whatever. I get it. I've seen it. And I'm close friends with a couple of women who have gone through some craziness like that. And that's why I don't speak, in that direction to say that it's all women are this, that, or whatever. No, I don't. It's not all. But ladies, what y'all don't see is it's so many Jezebels out there. Man, they got y'all looking like it's a uniform because they want to be wild and crazy, and they want everybody to deal with the damage that they cause. It's like going out to dinner, right? And you got a big party of, let's say, 20 people. Well, what you came to the table, you just having fun. Is you and your friends, and y'all got well, let's not say 20 people. Let's say it's 10 people, right? 5 people down this end, y'all eating conservatively. You pretty much eating what you gonna pay for. And then the bill comes, and everybody, they say, okay, we're just gonna split the bill up. And then the people on this side of the room are like, whoa, split the bill. Them fools down there ordering bottles of champagne, platters, seafood towers, and everything. We had some wings and some water. You know what I'm saying? And they like, well, look, we splitting it all even. You're like, well, we didn't get none of that champagne when y'all was down there drinking it. That is how Jezebel wants to do. Jezebel wants everybody to say, no. We sharing this bill. Jezebel saying, we sharing this bill together. We came in here together. We sharing everything equally. I don't care if I ordered 2 bottles of Dawn and I had the what's that? The tomahawk. We had 5 tomahawks down. We had 5 tomahawks. We ordered some ace of spades, and oh my goodness. We done ran up a $10,000 bill, and y'all got a little $150 bill on that end of the table. But we splitting this. Jezebel is saying, yeah, we all the same. And that's how, that's really the point. I hope y'all can understand the illustration. But that's what I'm getting at. That's the spirit that has gotten into this market where you have people in their 40s and 50s, 60s is the biggest group of people dating out here now. Is that not crazy? The biggest group out here dating is from 40 to 60. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we grandma and grandpa at this point, all right? Grandma and grandpa. You go to the gym, you see grandma and grandpa trying to get it together because you trying to look good. You trying to hang on to that. We all trying to hang on to that. There's nothing wrong with going to the gym because it's still you want to be healthy. Everything is right about being healthy. But we're in a place where we're already supposed to have this figured out, and we're supposed to be laid back at this point. We're supposed to be coasting there. We're supposed to be coasting into a better situation out here. Yes. And we're not. We're supposed to be coasting into a better situation out here, and we are not. We are out here on this market, and because, you got a Jezebel spirit out there. Yeah, it's another one. Like I said, this guy's doing it too. But you have a spirit that gets to the age of you 50. And you divorcing at 50 and 60? Why? For what? Because I refused to, come to an agreement with this I refuse to make an agreement, or I refuse to be the person that I promised, that I vowed I would be at our wedding, at our marriage. I vowed, and I didn't promise, I vowed that I would love, honor, respect, and obey. Good God, you better not say that at a wedding now. Love, honor, respect, and obey. I vowed that I would love, honor, respect, and obey. And that's a dirty word. When you go into the Bible and you start saying words that are in the Bible that have become offensive, man, something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with you at that point. You're offended by what the Bible says. I promise to love, honor, respect, and obey. For better or for worse, through sickness and in health, to death do us part. And now I don't feel, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like, I'm bored. It ain't no fun. It's, it ain't you, it's me. Because somebody giving you some attention. Man, this place is hell in a handbasket, man. It is, and it's trifling. That behavior is trifling. And then got the nerve. Then had the nerve to point the finger. Point the finger back at the other person like they had some control over what you felt. We live in a society. We live in a society where people judge you, and people, I mean, we just in a place now where I'm gonna just do what I want to do. That's what life is about here. Getting to the place where I can do what I want. That's a child's mind. That's how children think. I just want to be able to do anything I want to do. I don't want to be responsible for nothing. I just want what I want. I don't want to take care of nobody. I don't want to help nobody. I don't want to do nothing for nobody. I just want to do what I want. That's how a child thinks. I just want to be free to be me, to do me. See, when you're around mature adults, and I'm saying mature adults as in a mature mind, because when you're a solid person, you're solid from when you're young. You're solid when you are 18 years old. Yes, that's a mature adult when you know how to be responsible. You can start a family and keep that family together. That's a responsible adult. When you can sit down with your mate, when you can sit down with your mate and I want to shout everybody out that actually watches the show, that has a good relationship, that has a relationship with someone that you can sit down and y'all can have an adult conversation, a conversation with a husband and a wife where you guys can resolve your issues with respect and good intentions. Respect and good intentions. You don't have to go pay a therapist somewhere. You don't have to go to your pastor to say, hey, man, we need you to list down here and be the referee in this foolishness in our house. Yeah, shout out to the people who got some sense, man. Because that ain't what's going on in the rest of them. That ain't what's going on in most of the world. Think about that for a second, guys. Y'all think every other house on the block got a situation going on like that? I sure don't. My personal opinion is it might be on every block in the country. It might be two or three actual families on your block, maybe. And I ain't saying that high. That the husband and the wife respect each other. Where Jezebel ain't just came in and took over. And if you're not down with what this new stuff, like listen to the new mumble music or whatever they want to call it. It ain't music. Mumble rap. You know, it's so hideous. It's so trifling. It's so trifling. They saying you don't need you to say no words they understand. I need you talking and saying mumbling so they can't understand. I need them low. I need them vibrating so low. They not thinking of nothing good. They thinking of something dirty. You look at the music that we listen to out here nowadays. When was the last time y'all heard a new love song? Any new love songs out that are good, that are actually saying, I love you, I appreciate you, I want you, and life is wonderful with you? Any love songs like that? Man, how sweet it is to be an 80s, 70s, and 80s babies. Shout out to the 70s and 80s babies. Even the 90s had love songs. That's when we started going a little to the left in the 90s, but still had love songs though. In the 80s, if you wasn't, listen, y'all, if the fellas didn't have some type of, finesse with him, through some love songs and music, that's what we was on the phone. When we was on the telephone, we got the radio playing and you got love songs playing in the background. That's how you talk to a woman back then. You was listening to something that's talking about love. And back then, relationships stayed together. Most of them stayed together. But as time progressed, oh man, You might get in one, but staying in one, getting in one and staying in one are not the same thing, people. Jezebel has destroyed the fiber of family and relationships and makes jokes out of people who go through the craziness in it. And let me just talk real briefly about a couple things. When when a boy is raised by a woman, and when a girl is raised by just a woman. Y'all ready? A girl, she's being taught mentally. What she sees is, my mama takes care of me. What that boy sees is, oh wow, my mama taking care of me. My mama raising me. Everything that I need, my mama buy it. Their children, they don't even have an understanding of what a man's place is. So when a girl sees it growing up, she doesn't understand that I should respect that guy a certain way if she didn't grow up around that. A boy, when a boy isn't raised around a man, that button never clicks inside of him when it's time for him to be a man for somebody. Because he ain't never been around. He didn't grow up around one. So it don't click. Hey, bro, you got these kids over here. You need to be taken care of. You need to take care of this. You're the man. You're supposed to lead. You're supposed to be the head of something. He don't know. Ain't no button click in him. Because he didn't see it. He didn't learn it. He learned she do it. My mama do that. My mama gonna get it taken care of. That's what he learns. If he don't see a man doing it, if he's not taught, and I know how that situation is out here, ladies. I ain't about to try to beat y'all up about that. What I'm telling you is that if you're not with that father, remember what that child is seeing. So if he's not around, you got to tell him and her, because they see men. You have to teach them, son, at this point in your life, this is what you're going to have to do. What you see your mama doing, that's you. One day that's going to be you. You have to do that, son. You got to take care of. Okay? And that one day coming soon, because that's what a man does. That's the type of mother you're going to have to be. Now, Jezebel ain't going to be that. Jezebel going to say, no. Mama handle everything. Mama is daddy too. See, Jezebel want to destroy the children. Jezebel teaching her daughter, you get your own. You ain't worry about no man. You get your own. You do your own. You don't worry about him. That's what Jezebel teaching. Because a man going, you can't depend on that. And one day you might need to get away from that. You want to be like your aunt over there was depending on that man, and look at her now. That's what we're teaching when we're not teaching respect. If we're not teaching them to respect, then we can't act surprised when they're not acting like a father one day. When she's not acting like a mother one day. She's not acting like a wife. He's not acting like a husband. They don't even know what that is. So If you are the single mother, or because it's some single fathers, you got to teach the other side too. You got to teach them this is what you need to do one day. And I'm going to show you when you need to do it. Because if you don't teach them, well, y'all know the rest of the story. You know how the story ends when they not being taught. Let's go into the chat, y'all. Let's go into the chat. I know I started the show late tonight, man. We're gonna deal with Jezebel. And another reason that it's hard to deal with Jezebel, ladies, for real, is because all our lives we taught, and I'm gonna just be real transparent here. Because that's the only way to be. Most of the time, men are not going to tell the truth to women. Most of the time, we don't. Because we want to mate with you. We want to be intimate with you. So we're not going to tell you the whole situation. You know, we're like, well, I ain't going to tell you that because if I tell you that, then we ain't going to do it tonight. We got to start having some real conversations because you know what? It's things that women want to tell men that's going to sharpen our situation, that makes our situation better. My father told me one day, he said, son, listen, you ain't going to do it to every woman that you meet. You got to have some that's your friend. You got to have some that are your friends because a woman will tell you as a friend, she'll tell you something that a woman you trying to be with won't tell you. And that's where we at tonight. That's where we at tonight. We being friends with each other and we giving each other different pointers that the other one might not know that will help the other one. And I'm telling y'all right now, man, we in a space right now where we don't trust y'all. We don't trust that we can marry you and stay with you and keep that together for the rest of your life. Y'all know, did y'all know that when you marry somebody, y'all supposed to stay together for the rest of your life? Yeah, funny thing, man. We don't even kind of look at it like that no more. We just kind of out here just doing whatever. You know, we just out here doing whatever. I see we got a lot of questions in the chat. I'm going to go through it, y'all. I'm going to go through it. I started back here with, oh, man, way back. Okay, Brittany. What's up, Brittany Owens said, what does it mean? Excuse me. What does it mean when you cut off your narcissistic ex and he stalks you? You know what it means. But you give no attention, so he disappears and give a new girl flowers in front of the old boss. And been silent for 4 months. You know what he doing. That was for you. Them flowers wasn't for her. That was for you to see that and be jealous so you can take them back. That's all. That's all it is. You know that. That's all it is. That's right. Tell him, China said, that ain't nothing but a heat check, man. Ain't nothing but a heat check. That's right. That's right. Lady Virgo, this is a anything goes society, man. And not just anything goes. Let's not say anything goes because it's not an anything goes society. It's anything evil goes. Let's put that out there because what we're not seeing is we're not seeing anything good, anything productive. If we're going to say anything goes, let's say anything good goes. Because no, anything evil, anything dirty goes, anything low vibrational, it works in this society. It works in this society. Man, oh man. And guys, you know, I'm going to say this. I'm going to jump way out there. I'm going to jump way out there for y'all. The Jezebel that's here now, man, she couldn't live around women, old school women, grandma, great grandma now. When I was growing up, I remember back in the 70s when women just wore dresses, y'all. That's how old I am. When women just wore dresses and skirts, because that's when the skirt started. Because in the 60s, they didn't play that. When a skirt above the knee, whoo, Whoo, no, it wasn't going down like that out here. That was later on in the 70s when you could put on a skirt, and show your knees. In the 80s, they came out with the mini skirt. Goodness gracious, boy, they was putting pressure on us back then. But now you look on social media, man, and they ain't got nothing on. It's it's nakedness on the internet, on any platform you go to. They naked now. You couldn't do that around grandma now. They wouldn't let you walk in the house. You couldn't walk out your house like that. You didn't even have none of this mess going. You ain't even have clothes like that. They didn't have stuff like that. Women couldn't wear their pants that tight back then. Nah, when they came out with the tight jeans, I think chick jeans was the first ones where it was form fitting and it showed that backside. Yes, indeed. That's where they was getting it started at. That wasn't the era that I grew up in. I saw how women didn't play that back in the day. And don't get me wrong, it was still women moving real shady, but it was hidden. It was hidden. Now, women are shamed for having a standard. Women are shamed when you don't go outside and look like you selling your body. Jezebel will shame you. You get around a bunch of Jezebels and you dress modestly, and Jezebels they'll point at you and laugh. What is that you got on? Good. What do you have on? Jezebel. Man, Jezebel, go back to hell. Man, Jezebel got this place jacked up, man. Jacked up. Don't want your family. Man, Jezebel don't want nothing to do with no family. Nothing. Jezebel want to see everybody out here going crazy. Jezebel want to see everybody out here mad, angry, upset. Why? Because that's what Jezebel is. Lonely, mad, upset, want to fight, want to pick at people. Jezebel is the worst, man. Jezebel is the worst. Jezebel is the worst. Yeah, man, we gonna keep. But guess what? We here to deal with it because at the end of the day, that's right. I remember the biker shorts. That's what it was, man. We wasn't ready for what's going on out here, man. This stuff that's going on out here right now. Ladies, tell me do they even sell clothes anymore that are not, revealing? That you can walk around and you're covered modestly up here and, your whole body's covered and still look nice. Because in the 80s, we did have that. Women didn't have to do that stuff in the 80s. Don't get me wrong. It did come about from the 80s, though. Later on, when we got to about 86, 87, yeah, you had to have some tight jeans on at that point. Now, okay, it's nakedness. There's nothing anymore. And guys, listen, that's one of the reasons. Man, that's how that's the lie the devil sold. That's the lie the devil sold Eve. That's the reason that men and women got married so young. When I was coming up, women and men got married at 18, 17. Some was getting married at 16. All you get a permission slip. Your mother could sign you. Your mother or your father could sign for you to be able to get married. Because that's what was required. Back then, it was a father in the house. So you wasn't just going over somebody's house and dealing with somebody's daughter and you all up in their room and doing this and that. It wasn't like that when I was coming up. It was not like that. If you was in a girl's house when I was growing up, man, y'all had to be in the living room with the mother and father or something. You come in there and watch TV for a show or two, then you had to leave. It was none of that disrespect and crazy. You got kids now in high school spending the night. You in high school. How you spending the night at somebody's house in high school? Jezebel. You in high school. And I'm saying spending the night and they mama know you spending the night. That's where this place is now. That's what we are out here now. Yeah, that's right, Sean. You got to shape. You can't hide it. You got to wear bigger clothes though. Oh no, it was some aunties that'll check you. You walk in the house because they know the men gonna be looking at you. Aunties was checking you. Aunties wasn't playing that. What girl? What you got on over there? Y'all let that girl come out the house like that? No, ain't nobody play that. They ain't play that back in the day. Now, man, you can wear anything. Now you go to the family cookout. What you got on booty shorts at the family cookout for? You had the family cookout. Come on, man. Come on, man. Huh? BBLs at the family cookout, man. Man, it's terrible, man. It is terrible. The Jezebel is out here and man, like Godzilla. Jezebel out here like Godzilla. That's right, Christina. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Because aunties knew that not all attention is good attention. Aunties knew that. No. Them your uncles over there looking at you crazy. And then it lead because they know it's gonna lead. They know the nature of it. This man see that, he gonna want that. You don't want your uncle wanting that. Okay. No. You go to the cookout now, man, they in that joint with a thong on, twerking. Good gracious, man. Sickening. No standards. People fighting at the family reunion cookout. Family fighting it. Cookout used to be the big thing, man. Cookout used to be something, man, where the family got together and we playing cards, we having fun, we seeing each other, the kids playing. Man, you go to the family cookout now, somebody getting shot, somebody done got stabbed, they fighting. I mean, it's crazy. It's worse than crazy. That's right, Danita Joe. Men out there got their pants sagging. Dudes got their pants sagging. Not no men. Men ain't wearing themselves like that. Men have more respect for themselves than that. And the men check the guys. Boy, why you got your pants off your behind like that, boy? I see my uncles check young dudes like that all the time. Young boy, why you got your pants hanging off your butt like that? What's wrong with you? Whoo, guys, man, this place is tragedy, man. And it's good to have a space where you can actually talk about some things, because we were put here together to be together, y'all. We were put here together to be together, man. We wasn't put here together to just be saying how bad the other, you know, how bad the others ones are. That's not what life is all about. And when you go through enough, I get it. I get it when people say, man, I don't want to be in that. I don't want that. When you around enough relationships that go bad, and they're not even your relationships. When you are around enough relationships that are not good, you around married people and you see how they disrespect each other. Married people, the house more disrespectful. You married people out here cheating more than people who's single. You got the married people out here got more married males got more women than the single guys. Married women, married females got more guys than the single women. It's sad. We're in a sick state of mind when the single people got more respect for a marriage than the married people. It's sick. When guys get around each other, we talk. They talking to the single guy, the married guy, wish he could just, man, I could just be single and do some of this right here a little bit, blah, 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 for a little while. Women, same thing, married women, her girlfriends, they girls trips and, you know, she want to be that and do that. And now they can't get along with each other in the house no more because now they know what's out there. And they want to go out there and get some too. Oh, and will sit there and look at their partner. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Will drop the relationship that you made a vow. You made a vow. You said, Lord, I promise to love, honor, respect, and obey in sickness and health, for richer or poor. Y'all hear that part? Y'all didn't hear that part. I just said a curse word. It said for richer or poor. This the Bible we talking about. For richer, for poor. It didn't say just for rich, just if you got some money. If you rich or if you poor. For better or worse, to death do us part. That's what your vows said. And the narcissist found a way out of that. For better or worse, for richer or poor. For sickness and health. They don't want nothing good for nobody. For nobody. And we've done all we can. We sit here and we trying to figure out what is it? Why is the world this way? Oh, and it ain't that way with everybody. It ain't like that. Okay. That's the biggest algorithm on social media, period. And it ain't just here. Okay. It ain't just YouTube. And guys, guess what else? It ain't just black people. Like we think we got the market on that. No, it's everybody. Guys, I talk to people all over the world. It's everybody. It's not just here. It's trifling, man. It's trifling. Ooh. It's trifling. That's right, man. So many people. There's so many narcs out here, man. It's so many narcs out here doing everything they can do to be destructive, to make sure you confused at every point in your life. That's the job of this devil out here. That's the job of Jezebel, man. To keep it, man. If the Jezebel saying, if I can keep all the women confused, if I can just get the masses of the women confused, man, I ain't never seen or felt energy that horrific before. Well, yes, I have. I've been with a narcissist. But no, it was stronger than that. It's stronger than that. Because when you're around a group of people with that same evil spirit, the first thing they're going to do is disrespect you. Amanda said, hold on, what you saying over there, Amanda? Heal. This is how we heal right here. There you go. Right now. I like that. Because that's what it is, man. It's all about manipulating people, man. What'd you say, China? China said they're trying to call them avoidant. Oh, that's how the devil is. Always going to change that name. Y'all think that we just going to keep calling them narcissists? No, it's all about changing the name. It's changing their disguise so you can't see the angle. It's all about making you confused about everything. And what do you feel good about? I was watching a live today. They were talking about, is it better? The question they had was, is it better for a woman to be a wife and a mother, or to have degrees and have money? And my answer was simple. I said, man, you know what? I wish we could do was, I wish we could take all the money and give it to all of them that want the money, and let them live on that side of the planet. And the ones that want to be mothers and wives, then we all can live on this side of the planet so everybody can be happy. Because the ones that just want money, let's put them somewhere where they just have money. But we all know that, well, that ain't what they want. That's Jezebel. Because honestly, there are lots of people out here that manage very well with a wife and a husband that work and pool their resources. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Pool a family working like a family, respecting each other, loving each other. What's better than that? What's better than having a spouse that you love each other, you work together, you do everything together, you enjoy life together, you build your kingdom together? What's better than that? Anybody got an idea of what's better than that? Whoo, my man, wait, Willpower. Salute, champ. My man Willpower said, man, some people are so poor that all they have is money. Some people are so poor that all they have is money. I don't ever want to be that poor. I don't ever want to be that poor. Let me tell y'all something personal real quick, man. Just real quick. I ain't going too deep. I have a son. I love this guy incredibly, man. I love this. This dude is my heartbeat. And half the time I can't get along with him. Half the time I can't get on. Half the time, man, I be wanting to be like, boy, I will go upside your head, boy. But I love that dude. No, we don't just get along. I know I show y'all pictures of us getting along. I know I do. But that is not always the case. I promise you. I promise you. That is not always the case. It is, whew, man, we got into it yesterday. But I love that guy. That's my guy, man. That's not going to change. I love that dude. And I'm saying, like, hey, man, okay, that's the relationship, you know, because he keeps trying. He keeps trying. And that's why I love him, because he keeps trying at least. He ain't just gave up and said, man, bunk you. I ain't thinking about you, man. So, yeah, man, I love that dude. And that's what it is. You know, we're going to get it. We get it. We got it together. We ain't going to no counseling. Me and him going to work it out. Whenever we have a problem, man, we're going to work it out. Just like we do. Just like we did last night. We worked it out. We had a great conversation today. Now, by Sunday, you know what I'm saying, we might be beefing again. Something crazy might come up. But we don't beef that much, though. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. But I'm saying that to say to you guys that, you know, all of the relationships ain't going to be that, you know, just that ideal situation. Some you're going to have to work harder, you know, to keep it together. But the reason that it can stay together and the reason that it works is because we don't have an issue telling each other how we feel. We really don't have an issue telling you, look here. And he'll say the same thing. Well, you look here. I'm the father. He said, I'm the son, man. Hey, man, we got to work it out because we work it out. We work it out, though. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, man, it's difficult to work it out. Sometimes, I mean, it's really difficult. Sometimes it goes a little too far. But we're working on it, you know. We're working on it. Thanks, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. You know, earlier I was struggling trying to remember your name. I felt so bad. I had to look at the TikTok to see. I was like, dang, Keisha, dang. I had to go look up your phone number just to see, you know, because everybody, your name come up by your number. Keisha said, my sister said, if she leave the house overnight, she ain't married. Wow. If I leave the house overnight, I ain't married. Weeks later, she married again. Jezebel homes are crazy. The men don't live long. Wow. Y'all see that, fellas? The men don't live long. You around a Jezebel, bro, you got hypertension. You got high blood pressure. I don't care what kind of shape you in. Nah, bro. You in there with a Jezebel, ain't nothing working right. You wondering why your organs ain't working right like they used to? You in there with a Jezebel. Yeah. Wow. Her and my mom bond because both of them have a baby father that is RIP. Wow. That's not exactly, Keish. Thanks so much. That's so true. You know, so many people, man, they find comfort in just doing whatever. No boundaries, you know, no couth, no responsibility. That's what Jezebel wants, to be around somebody that they ain't gotta be responsible about nothing. I see you when I see you. I'll be back when I get back. Can't ask Jezebel no questions. Where you going, baby? Where you going? What you mean where I'm going? You ain't my daddy. No respect. Guys, listen. If you think you in a relationship, married or not, You're in a relationship with somebody. Period. Men and women alike. As the head of the house, as the man, as the head of the house, as the man, no, I can't just go out and stay out all night. No, you can't do that. And men don't do that. And they're not the ones who got some sense. Not a man that knows that sunlight catch me coming through this door, I might have to live somewhere else. Men already know we can't. No, you can't do that. You can't just go out here and just be out there. You can't just be outside. You got to get somebody, some answers. What time y'all gonna be back, baby? Man, I'll be back about 1. Okay. Because if somebody that love you and care about you, they're not going to sleep till you make it in there. I ain't going to sleep till my baby get home. You go home and your spouse is asleep. Yeah. You know the rest. You go home and your spouse is knocked out sleep. I don't want to be around that. I mean, it works for you, works for you. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be in a situation where, we don't care. Because if I'm asleep, what if you don't make it home? If I'm asleep, I can't hear the phone. And what if you catch a flat? What if the car break down? Yeah, I know you can call Uber or something like that and catch a ride, right? What if your phone ain't working? What if you got robbed and kidnapped? I wake up tomorrow, you ain't there. I know, well, must have had a long night. Must have been a good night. That's somebody that don't care. That's Jezebel. Jezebel tell you, well, you can't be putting pressure on somebody like that. And, people, we grown, somebody get to do, that sometimes you go out and you just out having a good night. No, you don't. Hey, Joy Tracy, that's an understatement. The abnormal is the new normal. Wow, trying to say that demon put a tracker in her son's bag and found my address. Wow, what? Like I said, man, Jezebel, man. Jezebel want to do something evil to people. That's Jezebel. That's Jezebel, man. Jezebel need to take herself right back to hell. Got this place jacked up, man. Again, y'all, I ain't never seen this much infighting with women on the internet. You look at women fights just like men fights on the internet now. I mean, violent. I'm seeing videos now where you have females shooting one another. Live on video. They talking to each other on the internet. Yeah, pull up then. Yeah, we gonna pull up. And then get there and somebody ain't make it. Nah, man, grandma and them wasn't like that. Grandma and them wasn't like that. And I'm saying this because, again, the object here is we have to find. Must be that time. We have to find a medium. We have to find a medium. We have to find a place where we can trust each other again. That's, to me, I believe that's the beginning of us fixing this. Because to say you have a total solution, good luck with that. I will start with, we have to find a way that we can start to trust one another again. And like it or not, on both sides, trust will only be given with proof that you can be trusted. We don't trust y'all and y'all don't trust us if we gonna keep it real. And that's why we don't get along. That's why we not staying together. We don't trust each other. That's right, Shar. You gotta be tight with God. Come on. Stop playing. Stop playing. You ain't tight with God, man, and you got a whole nother problem. You got to figure that out. It's a joker saying he not a narc no more, China. I'm not a narc no more. I'm healed. Man, it's the internet. You get to say anything. It's the internet. Thanks, Keish. Thanks for the super chat, Keish. Keish said, Jezebel hunt men they know will tolerate a lot. Good God. Y'all hear that? She preaching. She preaching in here. A Jezebel hunts for men that they know will tolerate a lot. As they age, they get a man with no job, no brain, no hope. But they get cursed out, fought, embarrassed, and still won't leave. Good God. See, guys, this is the type of dialogue that we gotta have with one another. If we're gonna help one another, we gotta be able to just and I have to admit it. Yeah, that was me right there. Gonna stay in that hell just because what? I'm gonna stay in hell where I'm being lied to, I'm being disrespected, I'm being cheated on, I'm being attacked on every level. Now that ain't in the wedding vows. It said to love, honor, respect, and obey. Cherish one another through sickness and health, for richer or poor, to death do us part. It ain't say nothing in them vows about through abuse, through neglect, through I don't feel like this no more. It don't say nothing about I'm bored. None of that. None of that. Through the infidelity, it don't say that you're supposed to make it through that. It gives you an out when that happens. Say, they cheating. You okay? I understand. The Bible said, hey man, the Bible understood. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to get through that. And we even walk through that. The Bible tell you can roll on that one. Now you can roll on that one. Woo, man. I remember talking to my cousin one time. We were talking about forgiveness in the Bible. How it says you need to forgive somebody in the chat say that verse. Somebody in the chat, I know you know that verse about forgiveness. How many times you supposed to forgive your spouse? How many times are you supposed to forgive? Oh man, I can't remember what the verse is. How many times? Somebody know the verse. I know somebody in this chat knows the verse. How many times you're supposed to forgive your spouse? I think it was somewhere around 800 or 900 times. Good gracious. 70 times 7. Thanks, Joy Tracy. Thanks, Danita Joe. I knew it. I knew y'all was working on it. I knew it. Y'all see that? 70 times 7. That's 490 times. And I remember having a conversation one day with my cousin. But thanks, Chitto. I remember having that conversation like, nah, bro, I know that I done forgave more than 500 times. And then he threw this one at me. He said, but it's a parable. So it means that you're supposed to forgive them so many times that you forgot how many times that you forgave them. I said, all right, whatever it is, I have fulfilled that part of this, okay? I have fulfilled that. Man, Jezebel got to go back to hell, man. She got this thing all jacked up out here. Got our children towed down. The relationships it's laughable. It's laughable. Nobody's signing up for relationships no more. Men have checked out the building. And ladies, I ain't gonna lie. I never thought that was possible for us to check out the building. As much as we want to be with a woman, and now we like, nah, that's all right. Jezebel out here in full effect, y'all. Jezebel out here in full effect got everybody, even attacking the women. I'm saying Jezebel ain't just attacking men out here. Jezebel is attacking women. Yeah. Some of y'all got friends, family members. Some of you ladies have friends and family members that have cheated with your spouse. That's the ultimate disrespect from somebody you know. Somebody you call a friend. That's the ultimate betrayal. And I'm saying from both of them, especially your spouse. Good gracious. That's dirty, man. With all the people out here, they no. I gotta have your friend over there. Thanks, Nita. Yeah, we're gonna keep on doing this just like this, y'all. We're gonna keep having this conversation because we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Wow. Your first husband slept with one of your sisters. You know what I'm saying? How sis gonna do you like that? He a dog, all right. He a dog. He. You know how he. I don't even understand why he would do something like that because he know that y'all sisters, y'all gonna find out. He know you gonna find out. He knows the division that's gonna bring in your family, not just with him, with the rest of your family. And she was on drugs. He took advantage of it. That's grimy right there, man. I mean, that's just grimy. That's just grimy. It ain't no good in that. That's just dirty, man. Well, look, y'all. Woo, I know we started late, man. That's why I kind of had to go a little late today. But we're going to start having these conversations, man, and fix this. We're going to fix this. And this is how we do it. We come together. We come together in good faith. And I'm saying this, you know, if something's being said to stepping on your toes, I'm saying just say that. Hey, man, you're stepping on my toes, man. Get off my toes, man. Let's be polite. Let's be respectful. Because when we say it in a way that's polite and respectful, it can be received. You know what I'm saying? It can be received. Y'all can tell me about myself. Just say it to me in a way that is not this nice. Okay? Just say it in a way that is nice. And it'll be received. You come in here talking crazy, I'm gonna be like, all right, man, you want something else, man. Ain't nobody even paying you no attention. And y'all know narcs get in here. They just want division. They don't want y'all walking out of here with this energy. Do y'all know how valuable the energy that you are witnessing, that you are a part of is? Do y'all know that most people don't get to feel like this at any point during the week? In their day? Thanks, Joy Tracy. Me too. I was in Target the other day. What you mean? Absolutely. Absolutely. Target is a wonderful store. I think I got some furniture from Target or something. Well, I got something, end table or something out of it. Yes, I do. Yes, indeed. We got so much to talk about, though, y'all. We got so much to talk about, man. This world constantly changing and turning. And we got to talk about how we going to get to this next phase, man. Listen, we wasn't designed to not be dealing with each other, y'all. We wasn't designed for that. And we're not going to keep pretending like we were. We were designed to be together. And we got to figure it out like normal adults do. We got to figure it out. All right, so I'm going to leave y'all like I came in here and see y'all on Friday. For everybody that hung out with me today during the radio show, listen, I'll let y'all know we do it every 2 weeks. It's in London. It's early in the AM. However, y'all come in and hang out. I'm going to leave the link on here again. Thank you. I'm leaving you nothing but love, peace, and Soul Train. That's how Don Cornelius used to do it. I'm old school. Peace, family. Everybody have a good night and a good rest of your week. I'm out.